become a fact of negligence on the part of the government and that of our lecturers, that we as a critical stakeholder are considered to be very, very insignificant in decision making that directly affect our future. We are so much unhappy with the way the system is treating our future. You will believe with me that age is something that is irreversible. Likewise, house rent is non-refundable. But at every point in time, when issue arose between the federal government of Nigeria and the academic staff union, both parties does not lose anything, and they forgot that we, the children of the masses, who does not have alternative places other than this great nation, we do not have any access to any other education other than the one you give to us in this great nation. You left us abandoned. For the fourth time, the ASU is going on strike, where we are in one particular course. For me, a 4 years course, this is the 6th year. I have not left the university. The opportunity I'm open to has been excluded me. The NYC is no longer certain. And year in, year out, we are still coming back to the same discussion to say ASU and federal government are on loggerhead over an agreement that we don't even know the content. At every point in time, we as a student, we have been deprived of the opportunity to know the problem that is facing our education system. And we believe many of the people who have been championed with the responsibility of taking care of this sector are those who does not have their children in this our university. That's why they don't know what we are passing through. Sir, we have come here today to let you know, as a children, we are disappointed in the system. The system did not take care of us because they want us to become a criminal. At every point in time, with the situation of this country, we did not see any reason why anything needed to be done will not be done to ensure that we remain on our campuses. Now, many of us have become a subject of crime. Many of us have become idle. We have become a victim of circumstances. Flying Nigerian highway with the situation on ground over the system that strike, we lost number of students. Today, sir, we have came in our numbers to register our grievances and our dissatisfaction about the way education has been taken care of in this great nation. You do not see us as a future that you are going to hand over this country to. We have become unnecessary materials before the government of the day. And we are telling you as a father that if something is not reasonably done, if nothing is not reasonably done, the hope and the future of this country is in jeopardy. Because as a generation that will take over from you, we do not have adequate education. We do not have adequate welfare. You have left us to take care of ourselves. Now, we have left our campuses to come and tell you, we are not pleased with continuing incessant ASU strike in this great nation. Anything that needs to be done should be done. Let our lecturers return to campus. Let our institutions be open so that we will not continue to be a victim of circumstances and become a subject of criminality in this country. We know how much Mr. President is investing in insecurity. We don't want to be compounded this insecurity in this great nation. The unending insecurity is as a result of youth idleness. This education sector has good number of youth in this great nation. It must be taken care of adequately and must be prioritized. This is our message to you, Honorable Minister, sir. I want you to consider this as one of those moves to remedy this situation. We have resolved to continue to be in your office because there is no reason why your office will be open, why our campuses will not be open. If there is no student, we don't believe there is need for a minister. If there is no student, there is need for any lecturer. So we are the most important stakeholder, but we people have neglected us. This is our message, and we are appealing to you as a father. Consider beyond official duty that we must open our campuses for us to return back to our great institutions. So this country can have a future that all of us can be proud of tomorrow.
Need for rituals and ceremonies. The message is just simple: open our campuses. It's quite unfortunate that of all sectors in Nigeria, education is given the least attention. The implication of that is dangerous to any nation of the world. In the word of Nelson Mandela, he said something. He said, education remains the most viable tool against poverty. And so every deliberate attempt to frustrate a population of people from being educated is a deliberate attempt to keep them in perpetual poverty. And the implication is, when the poor will rise against the few rich people, we wonder if this country will still continue. The only thing we are asking for, we know that upon graduation from school, even the opportunities are not even there for us to be employed. But yet, let us even have the education, the little that we are asking for. Several years we have gone on strike, and meetings have been held with various agreements being reached that we don't know about, like my colleague said. This time around, we are not protesting that our school should be open alone. We are saying there should be a permanent end to ASU strike. Because we are aware that at every time ASU is on strike, the people at the receiving end are the Nigerian students. We know that the elites, majority of them have their children abroad. Even some lecturers have their children abroad. Lecturers, whether they are on strike or not, their salaries are paid. How about the child who has paid house rent, who has paid school fees, with no hope of other source of income, whose parents are poor farmers in the village, and you are telling them to renew rent after 9 months and all of that? Government doesn't compensate students when they strike. Whereas we pay our school fees, it's like an investment. Honorable Minister, sir, we want to appeal to you that whatever has to be done so that this strike will be put to an end once and for all should be done. And my president made it very clear in his instructions to us. He said, for as long as this strike lasts, Nigerian students will be on the streets of Nigeria. Because if we are not in school, we should be on the streets. And if we are not in school, why will government officers be in the offices? Make all of us go house.
Nigerian students have asked me to ask you, how comfortable is it for you, to sleep at night knowing that over 20 million Nigerian students out there, their life is constantly being toyed with? The other one, sir, is as the Honorable Minister of Education, how do you feel chairing over a ministry that is failing, that is ineffective? And the other one, sir, is there somebody somewhere secretly benefiting from this constant negotiation between federal government and ASU? Those are the questions that Nigerian students have asked me my capacity to ask you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for the opportunity to allow my Vice President working. We are stand to be corrected. People who lack human character, who lack human feelings. I'm stand to be corrected as the president of now. Some of them are here what I'm saying now, and they are here. Unfair treatment that I've met on all time without number in this ministry. They are treating us as if we are taught citizens in this ministry. A ministry that serves as a supervisory ministry to education that we are directly a stakeholder in. Honorable Minister, our yearnings is so simple. As I speak to you today, I'm sure out of 36 states in this country, only those in South, even part of the South, Benin, Southeast, only Southeast, they are not protesting because today is sit down order. And that is what we have in this country. But I can assure you tomorrow you will see them outside. Honorable Minister, whenever ASU is on strike, we only keep quiet. But we discover that while we are doing that, our life, they are killing us gradually. They are killing our education gradually. ASU strike does not have any meaningful effect to promote the education. Rather, ASU strike is killing the education more. We understand our professors, our doctors, directly or indirectly, who are asking for increment of their salary. Fine, we all understand. We are all human. And as Honorable Minister, it is a thing that we believe that you people should sit down and iron it out. We don't believe it should extend it to a strike. Now, this strike has been affecting our life every day. I'm stand to be corrected. Since 1999, ASU have had 16 different strikes. And I'm stand to be corrected. Nothing reasonable have come out of it. Then we ask a question. Is ASU playing horse? We ask a question. Is the federal government playing horse? As a student of history, and as a student, we have embarked on independent investigation. We discovered, is it the federal government that is lying or ASU? Then we want to ask this question. Father, what are the content in the agreement that ASU claim? I use that ASU claim because we have met some people that they said there was no agreement between the federal government and ASU. They said it's just a proposal. It's just a draft. That is why I want to ask. What are the content containing in 2009 agreement? If there is no agreement, why is this government still standing up to now and they have not addressed the general public? There was no agreement between them and ASU. That is number one. Secondly, if there is an agreement between the federal government and ASU, what level the government or the commitment our government towards this agreement? We want to know. If there is, again, sir, and as critical stakeholder in this sector, that every issue that ASU is discussing, quote and unquote, I was saying it on Channel TV. It is that time we Nigerian students will put ourselves together, we take ourselves from hand of those who kidnap us and use us to take ransom from the federal government. If ASU said they are fighting for Nigerian students, what are they asking for on behalf of Nigerian students? If federal government are also sincere, what are those things that ASU is asking for? They know it's going to promote our education sectors in this country. Yes, we have seen the point ASU hammer on is revitalization of our institution, which is a key for every student to key into the agenda of ASU. But we want to know, you cannot be discussing about revitalization of our institution without Nigerian students being in that negotiation committee. On this note, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Nigerian students want to be part of this discussion. We want to really know what is going on between the ASU and federal government. These are two parents, but these two parents have disappointed us, and as such, we don't have any trust in them. Again, lastly, Honorable Minister, our message is so clear. We want federal government and ASU to find an equilibrium to meet as a matter of urgency to call off this strike. Why negotiation or anything else continue? We cannot be at home like my colleagues have said. It's only Nigerian students that bear the blunt. They say when two elephants fight, the grass suffer it. Like they have said, at the end of every tenure, at the end of every 4 years, Honorable Minister, this is your thought, this is your second time in office. Your salary will be paid. The salary of the lecturer will be paid. We want to really know what is happening. So, if it is for us to take our cross on us, we will be able to take that. So, we are tired of this incessant strike on our education sector. Nigerians should look at Nigerians who want to migrate from Ukraine to back to Nigeria. It showed the lackadaisical attitude of our government toward the education sector. That is why Nigerians are leaving this country to study outside the country. Because our government has bastardized our education. They have killed the primary and secondary school education in this country. And you can only see the children of the poorest to attend public primary and secondary school. Now, all our lecturers, I can say it equivocally, that all our lecturers, all honorable ministers, we saw it on social media. You celebrated your son who graduated in a country, a university outside this country. We appreciate that. Our parents also have that money to send us outside the country. But we are in this country, then we should enjoy what we are paying for. So we want an adequate funding of education in this country. Honorable Minister, our message is we want to go back to class. We want our school to be open. If our school is not open, we have seen it. It's not a threat. When we said we are coming out, as I speak, nearly the Niger road is blocked, Benue is blocked, Adamawa is blocked. If care is not taken, this will be worse than NSAS. Thank you and God bless you.
And from the first to the last, what you have said here, actually you should have addressed your people in us, not for the ministry. What is it that the ministry has not done? From the time the strike started up to this moment, what is it that the government has not done? So instead of coming here, you should have addressed your lecturers there. Perhaps the only point that you made that is worthy of even attention is you said students should be involved in this, and I think probably this is a very good thing. And it is the only thing I'm going to take out of what you have said here. Thank you very much.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight. Let the president speak. Are you telling us?
You can now see that we don't finish down. The minister that they are paying the salary. We don't finish down the state. We want to have a